So as a general rule, if there's one choice, there are m ways. So like m possible ways. Are you guys, first of all, before I get too much into this, are you guys used to talking about variables as like abstract? Like, if I said there are m ways, you understand what that means? Some people, nod their heads, some people are just staring at me. So what does m ways mean? Someone just back me up on this. Jeff.
A certain number of ways.
Okay, a certain number of ways. Good. Alright, just want to double check. So the first problem, you have A, B, C, D, E. Second choice, A, B, C, D, E. Third, so every time there's going to be 5 options. So we don't need to write 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, like all the way down. We're kind of trying to work on not doing that.
20 to the 5th power.
20 to the 5th power. So why did you do that?
Because there's 20 questions and 5 is how many numbers there.
So remember, it's our choices though. So with our length. So how long is the test?
20 questions.
20 questions. So the length is actually 20. So how about so our choices equals 5 because there's 5 questions. There's 5 options per question. Yeah, Caleb? It would be 5 to the 25, but I want to have everyone write this down. So choices is 5, and then the length is equal to 20 because there are 20 questions. And then as Caleb was just saying, it's 5 to the 20th power. So let's review real quick with probability. What do you need to put on the bottom? So if you have, remember probability is a fraction, something goes on the top, something goes on the bottom. Lauren. So the total goes on the bottom. What goes on the top? Sam, what do you think? When you're finding out the probability, what's just a general rule? You want to see if someone else has? Anyone else have an idea? Anyone? Pete? I wouldn't say you got, but you're kind of on the right track. It's the number of options we're looking for, so like the events is like what the technical term we use in probability, but yes, the number of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say events, but
Outcomes.
number of outcomes. Okay, so what's the probability of this? So what is our total? The same question we just did, so don't worry about doing the math. We already know it's 5 to the 20th. So what's our total number of possible question options, or answer options? Emily? 5 to the 20th. You could say A, B, E, A, or then you could do C, D. Like these are all options you can write down. How many right answers are there?
1.
Yes, 1. So there's 1 correct answer, but there's how many questions? 20. What's anything, so 1 to the 20th is 1. So yeah, so your answer is 1 over 5 over 20.
5 to the so then that would be
So you did 4 to the 20th plus 5 to the 20th.
5 to the 10th, 5 times 10 to the 10th.
To the 10th, sorry. Why'd you guys add them?
There's a total of questions for
But it's one big test together. So, trying to think of how I can, so it makes sense why you're multiplying that. Alright, but it's okay, because we still need to like think about this, why it's true. So, if I put this in a smaller number, So if I put this in smaller terms, I'm just gonna write it in the back of yours. Hope you don't mind, right, Jeff? All right. So let's see. We have A, B, C, and then D for the first option, and then we'll say 1, 2 for the second. This broke. All right. So, but we have A, B, C, D, and then 2, 1. And then A, B, C, D, and then let's say like 3, 2. And we keep going. So, even though this doesn't change, these are changing. But these count every time. So like these are 2 different types of questions. Do you guys even see where I'm going at with this? What do you see, Lauren?
Well, like the possibilities for the 20 questions are always going to stay the same, but the other ones are going to change.
Well, they're not always going to change. They're not always going to stay the same. But if they do stay the same, but these change, it's still a whole other combination of like answers. So you need to count that.
So you can have like choose A for one of the 20 questions, and then one.
Okay, so let's make it even smaller. So we have A, B, and then let's just say 1, 2. So our options for the first one's A and B. Second option is 1 and 2. That's all of our options total. So we have A, B, 1, or 2 are the letters. So we had, or I was like A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is what I told the other group, and I think this will make it clear. Not exactly. I'm going to take a result. Okay, so remember how I talked about in the beginning where you do spaces, so we did A, like this. So we would have 20 for this one, but this is a total test, so we have 20 questions and 10 questions, and how many options are there total? 30. So we would have 30 spaces. I'm not going to draw all 30 out. So for the first question, how many options are there? 4. Second option? We keep, and you're multiplying them together, remember? And we keep going. But we get to, now we're at the second part. How many options are there? 5. How many are the second one? 5. So you're multiplying these together. So you have your 30 questions, and then 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, and then keep going, and then 5 times 5 times 5. So we're not adding them, we are multiplying. Good job.
So, instead of that, would it be that?
Yes.
So, we did work to 20
Because we're doing that. Because there are 20 questions, 4 choices each. Whew, like it. What's the next part you do? So we have, okay, and then is there anything in, what's our operation in between them? You can't just have 4 of the 20 and the 5, there needs to be something going on. Multiply, that's not much fun. I don't know, which one is it? Add. Why is that? There is 30 questions, but let's backtrack to what we were talking about with our spaces. So we have 30 spaces. So we have, imagine there are 30 different spaces there because there are 30 different questions. So how many options do I have for my first question? You're taking the test, Lauren. 4. Second question. And remember, we are multiplying for each option. You multiply them together. So we have 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And then we stop. We're now at question number 21. How many options are there for question 21? 5. But it's still in the same sequence of questions. It's not just a different, it doesn't break off. We're now in question 21 where there are 5 options each. Then for 22 there would be 5, 5, 5, and then all the way down. So, right here, there are 20 questions, each with 4 options each. What is that? as we. It's on the board as it hits. Alright. So it's 4 to the 20th. Second option. Alright, keep going. 5 to the 10th. Oh, come on. Here we go. 5 to the 10th. So, what are we doing with those things? Austin, go. Or not Austin, Asher.
Multiplying them.
Multiplying them. Woo! Everyone's